The air in the chamber was thick with the scent of lotus and myrrh, a silent testament to centuries of whispered secrets. 7 figures, cloaked in midnight blue, stood in a perfect circle around a single, unlit brazier. Their faces, etched with the wisdom of ages, were turned towards the center, where a young woman, her eyes wide with a mixture of fear and profound curiosity, knelt. She was Ilara, and the weight of an ancient lineage rested upon her slender shoulders. Tonight, the first seal would be presented. "Do you truly seek the inner heavens, child?" A voice, resonant as a struck gong, echoed from the eldest among them. Ilara's voice, though a mere whisper, carried the conviction of a soul yearning for truth. "I do, Master. My spirit calls to that which lies beyond the veil." A faint shimmer, like heat rising from the desert sands, began to emanate from the brazier, though no flame had yet touched it. Ilara's journey had begun not in a grand temple, but in the quiet solitude of her own heart. A recurring dream, a labyrinth of shimmering light and echoing whispers, had haunted her since childhood, pulling her towards a truth she couldn't name. It was this internal summons that led her to the hidden sanctuary, a place rumored to exist only in the oldest texts of the Gnostics. A sanctuary nestled deep within the forgotten catacombs beneath the sands of a timeless land. Here, the Order of the Veiled Path had preserved the knowledge of the 7 seals, not as physical barriers, but as profound internal thresholds. Her initiation had been a series of silent meditations, of learning to discern the subtle vibrations of the cosmos, of understanding that the true sky was not above, but within. She had spent years deciphering ancient scrolls, her fingers tracing the faded hieroglyphs that spoke of the soul's ascent, of the ego's dissolution, and the arduous path to self-realization. The sanctuary itself was a marvel, a subterranean city of knowledge, its walls adorned with constellations that mirrored the inner workings of the human psyche. Yet the path was not without its shadows. As Ilara delved deeper, she encountered the first of the Guardians, not as physical beings, but as formidable aspects of her own consciousness. Doubt, a serpent coiling around her resolve, whispered insidious questions. "Are you worthy? Is this not madness? What if there is nothing but emptiness beyond these seals?" Fear, a towering sentinel, manifested as visions of past failures, of future uncertainties, threatening to engulf her in its icy grip. The elders of the Order, though outwardly supportive, presented their own subtle resistances, testing her commitment, ensuring her purity of intent. "Many have sought this path, Ilara," one had cautioned, his eyes holding a profound sadness. "Few have endured the trials. The self is a formidable adversary." She faced moments of profound loneliness, of feeling utterly adrift in a sea of esoteric knowledge, questioning if she was merely chasing phantoms. The revelations were often painful, stripping away cherished illusions, forcing her to confront the raw, unvarnished truth of her own imperfections. Each step forward felt like a loss, a shedding of a familiar skin, leaving her vulnerable and exposed. The climax arrived not with a thunderous roar, but with a silent, shattering insight. She stood before the 7th and final seal, a shimmering, translucent curtain that seemed to pulse with an inner light. The guardians of her own mind, now recognized as aspects of her integrated self, stood in silent vigil. As she reached out, her hand trembling, a torrent of images flooded her consciousness. The birth of stars, the silent dance of galaxies, the intricate tapestry of life and death, all interwoven with the singular thread of her own existence. It was not a revelation of a hidden deity, but of the divine spark within all things, a boundless ocean of consciousness from which all individual souls emerged. The veil dissolved, not into nothingness, but into everything. She saw the illusion of separation, the grand cosmic joke that had kept humanity bound in its own self-created prisons. A profound, overwhelming love, not personal but universal, washed over her, dissolving the last vestiges of her ego. In that moment, Ilara was both everything and nothing, a drop in the ocean and the ocean itself. The experience was so intense, so utterly transformative, that it felt as if her very being had been annihilated and reborn in the same breath. If you enjoy these kinds of stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our content. And tell us in the comments where you are watching from. We would love to know. After the dissolution, there was only silence. Ilara found herself in a space beyond time and form, a vast, luminous emptiness that was paradoxically full. She did not speak, for words were inadequate. She did not move, for there was nowhere to go. Her consciousness expanded beyond its former limits, simply observed, absorbed, and understood. The conflicts, the doubts, the fears, all had dissolved into the grand tapestry of experience, each thread now seen as essential to the whole. She understood the ancient metaphors, the cryptic sayings, the symbolic rituals, not as external practices, but as maps to this internal landscape. The wisdom was not found in books, but in the direct experience of being. It was a state of profound peace, a knowing that transcended intellect, a quietude that resonated with the hum of the universe. She was no longer Ilara the seeker, but Ilara the knowing. When she finally returned, not to the physical chamber, but to a state of integrated awareness, she carried a new light within her. The world had not changed, but her perception of it had. The seven seals were not doors to be opened, but states of being to be realized. She did not preach or proselytize, for the truth she had found was not one that could be taught, only experienced. Instead, she lived, a quiet testament to the possibility of inner transformation. Her legacy was not in grand pronouncements, but in the subtle shifts she inspired in those around her, a gentle nudge towards their own inner journey. She left behind no codex, no hidden manuscript, for the true knowledge was inscribed not on parchment, but in the heart of every living being, waiting to be rediscovered. Her final act was a simple smile, a silent invitation to look within, to dare to traverse the seven gates of the self, and to find the true heavens that lay beyond. And if you liked this story, you will definitely love the next one that's appearing on your screen. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave your like, and activate the notifications. See you in the next one.